Let me ask you something. What are you trying to control right now? Your relationship, your business, your emotions, your healing. Most of us live in survival mode, clenching tightly to plans, to outcomes, to expectations, believing that if we don't control everything, everything will fall apart. But here's the truth that breaks the illusion: control is not strength, it's fear, dressed up like power. And when your life is built on control, your peace is always at risk. One wrong move, one surprise moment, one shift, and the whole system shakes. But what if peace isn't in the control? What if peace is in the letting go? What if trust, not control, is the highest form of power? I'm Mike Oglesbee, and in this video, we're going to dismantle the illusion of control, walk you into a deeper kind of trust, and teach you how to surrender, not as weakness, but as a superpower. Let's begin. Let's get real. The reason we try to control everything isn't because we're organized or responsible. It's because we're afraid. We're afraid of pain, afraid of disappointment, afraid of repeating the past, afraid that if we loosen our grip, everything will fall apart, and so will we. But here's what I've seen with hundreds of clients over the years: the tighter you hold, the more life slips through your fingers. Because control isn't protection, it's a prison. It's a survival strategy rooted in trauma, mistrust, and old programming that says, if I don't hold it all together, it's all going to fall apart. But the truth is, when you stop trying to control everything, that's when you finally start living. And what's more, think about your own experience with control. Did you ever really have control? Do you ever really have it? Of course not. It's just another thing you do to try to overcompensate for the lack of safety you feel. But it has never worked, and it never will. Let's clear something up. Surrender doesn't mean you give up. It doesn't mean you stop caring. It doesn't mean you sit on the couch and wait for miracles. Surrender means you release what's not yours to carry. You trust the timing of your path. You learn to meet life with openness, not resistance. Surrender is not passive, it's power in its purest form, because it says, I trust the intelligence of life more than my fear. This is when alignment begins. This is when synchronicity appears. This is when peace returns. Not because life is perfect, but because you are finally present. Surrender can be difficult at first, but it makes life much easier in the long run. Let me tell you something personal. There was a time when I tried to control everything: my emotions, my career, my future, even how people perceived me. I thought control meant I was safe. I thought it made me strong. But what it really made me was exhausted, miserable, and even more anxious and depressed than I had to be. I was living in a constant state of hypervigilance, bracing for the next problem, obsessing over details, running scenarios in my head day and night. And then one day, I hit a wall, a spiritual wall, because I realized I was trying to outthink a universe that was trying to help me. My world caved in, and everything I thought kept me safe became part of my undoing. I hit rock bottom again, and I thank God I did, because that's when I began the journey into surrender. Not by choice, but by necessity. And in that stillness, when the noise finally settled, I heard a truth I'll never forget. Mike, you were never meant to carry it all. I started letting go one piece at a time. And what I found on the other side wasn't chaos, it was peace. Not because everything outside of me changed, but because I did. And this led me to the greatest happiness and success I had ever experienced in my life. And it's a strategy that has never stopped working. Let's make this practical. First, get honest with yourself. Ask, what am I trying to force right now? What outcome am I gripping so tightly that it's stressing me out? Maybe it's your business. Maybe it's a relationship. Maybe it's how quickly you think you should be healing. Whatever it is, bring it into your awareness. Because once you see it, you can release it. Then come back to the present. Take a deep breath. Feel your body. Let your shoulders drop. Remind yourself, I am safe right now. In this moment, life is holding me. Now, here's a mindset shift that changed everything for me. The unknown isn't something to fear, it's sacred. It's not a blank space, it's a space of miracles. That gap between where you are and where you want to be, that's where new things are born. That's where life starts surprising you. You don't need the full picture, you just need the next step. Start letting go in small ways. I call these micro surrenders. Maybe it's pausing before you react. Maybe it's choosing to breathe instead of control. Maybe it's allowing your intuition to guide one decision today instead of forcing a plan. These little moments retrain your nervous system to trust the flow. And finally, speak something new over your life. Say it out loud. I trust the flow of life. I release what I cannot control. Everything is unfolding for my highest good. Say it until you feel it, until your body believes it. Because the more you live from that place, the more peace and alignment you'll experience. Every time you do, you're not just thinking differently, you're creating a different reality. I worked with a man who ran a multi-million dollar business, but behind the scenes, he was unraveling. Panic attacks, sleepless nights, constant micromanaging. Control was running his life. We started working on one core truth: you are supported. At first, letting go scared him. After all, he had a great company with a lot of people who depended on him. But slowly, with practice, he began to trust the process. He stopped overanalyzing every outcome. He started delegating. He started breathing again. And the irony, the less he controlled, the more everything improved. His team thrived, his marriage deepened, his creativity returned. Because control was never the source of his power, trust was. Control is exhausting. It's a heavy burden, and it's not your job to carry it all. You're not here to manage every detail of your life, nor are you capable of it. The notion itself is ridiculous. You're here to live aligned, open, and free. So here's your invitation: let go of what's not yours to hold. Breathe into what is, and trust deeply that life is moving in your favor. Comment below: what are you ready to release control over? And if you want help making that shift, grab your copy of my book, Fight Back, right now. I'm Mike Oglesbee. Let's live in trust, not fear. Let's go.